On this channel, I generally expose scams and schemes, but today I'm giving you the opportunity of a lifetime to invest in the ground floor of a company that will be bigger than the startup idea that your friend has always shared with you. Before I introduce you to the founder of this magical unicorn company, we must first meet the desperate sales associates.
OnPassive is a beacon of hope for humanity. OnPassive is humanizing businesses, and that is obviously from our fearless leader and CEO, Mr. Ash Mufareh.
The only way I know to humanize a business is to make an AI-powered bot sex doll that looks just like Alicia Vikander, but maybe this OnPassive business knows something that I don't. During one of the 1,000 webinars that the founders of this company have hosted, they said this about OnPassive.
We've got 50 odd products in 220 countries. The company is already valued at pre-launch of 5.3 billion.
The reason why I'm making this video today is because you still have an opportunity to invest in this secret company before they officially launch. I know your senses are tingling, ready to pounce and put your hard-earned dollars into the next unicorn startup, but please watch this entire video before investing. It might be a little bit of a surprise to you, but I don't think this company is worth $5 billion before it launches. As the momentum builds during its pre-launch stage, people are starting to wonder when the launch is going to happen.
We're talking about details and preparations for the hard launch. They're in discussion. The hard launch. Man, what a joy, right? What a precious time in life this should be for us right now as we move in to that which is considered the ending of our pre-launch.
This company has been in pre-launch mode for over 3 years now, but the products are coming soon. I can feel it. With all the excitement surrounding this once-in-a-lifetime Ponzi scheme, business opportunity, I decided to ask Mike Ellis some questions. He's very adamant that OnPassive is a legitimate opportunity to make millions. Hey Mike, can you introduce my audience to OnPassive?
So I'm going to go over the numbers of OnPassive. I like the conservative approach that some have been taking with OnPassive. Keep it very, very conservative, under promise, over perform. So this will be very, very conservative as we look at the numbers of OnPassive. So how is all of this going to work for the founding members of OnPassive? And this is primarily for the founding members because that's what's in OnPassive today, founding members.
The founding members he speaks about are all of the first investors in the Ponzi scheme. Where are my manners? I mean business opportunity wealth generator. What Ash, the original founder, has done so brilliantly is get everyone to buy into the idea that they're a founder of the next trillion-dollar company. On the LinkedIn profile of OnPassive, it shows the company having 695 employees. Your first thought is, okay, this is a legitimate business. But then you click that link and you realize that all 695 employees are just founders. But they're not founders like a real company. They're just the first suckers in a massive Ponzi scheme feeling like they're equity owners in this huge business. Hey Mike, can you explain the business model of OnPassive?
As we launch to the world, all the founding members will have to come into OnPassive and become customers.
Something about this doesn't sound right. The founders being the first customers sounds very similar to the Ponzi schemes I've looked into. Mike, I'm getting a little anxious.
You will have to pay a membership level. There is only one of them. We're going to leave it at $150 for these purposes. So we will come in, pay the $150, go in the back office, click a button, and become independent resellers of the IT product.
All of the founders had a sign-up fee of $150 before dropping recently to $97. This is the only company that I've heard of where the founders are the customers. Mike, can you clarify what you mean?
After we do that, OnPassive is going to go to work for us. As you come in and pay the membership level, I hear people say, well, I'm really not going to use the products of OnPassive. That is so wrong. What OnPassive is going to do is come in and use those products for you. They're going to develop funnels. They're going to develop autoresponders. They're going to develop all the tools that are necessary to bring in people, look at the products of OnPassive, love it, and pay and join.
Wait until you hear about the product line of OnPassive. We'll get to that in just a minute. To summarize what Mike said, you recruit people into viewing the OnPassive product line, and when they sign up to become a founder, then you get paid. The alarm bells should be going off in your head.
So as OnPassive does that, they are going to be bringing in people, customers primarily, for us, that will land underneath us, and we get paid off of that volume.
Mike, that sounds a lot like a pyramid structure. This doesn't seem like a legit business. How many people are projected to be customers of these products?
About 4 months ago, Ash was doing a webinar, and he did a projection of how many customers he thought he would bring into OnPassive the first year. It was right around 100 million people. Again, that was about 4 or 5 months ago.
If there's one thing I've learned from scammers and people who start Ponzi schemes, it's that you always over promote to the max and never deliver. It's the OPND method. Over promote and never deliver. It's the quickest way to become a billionaire.
That is a very, very conservative number. When you look at the number of customers and resellers that will be coming into OnPassive as they launch and landing underneath us, because that's how we get paid off of that volume. I believe 100 million is very, very conservative.
Some of the biggest companies in the world took many, many years to hit 100 million customers, but this company, being driven by a bunch of failed network marketers on 240p Zoom calls, is going to recruit 100 million customers. Mike, I think my audience is starting to doubt this business. Can you make even loftier claims?
Over a 12-month period, if OnPassive brings in 3 individuals every 3 months for each one of us, this is what it looks like. The first month, it's just you, but in 3 months, they're going to bring in 3 individuals for you. Your team will be a total of 4 people, those 3 and you. And as we go down, it goes from 3 to 12 to 48 to 192, and the total number of people on your team at the end of a year's period will be 256 people on your team. The numbers I've looked at, 256 people on your team is about a $7,000 a month income.
Mike is promoting a Ponzi scheme without realizing it. What you'll find hilarious is that OnPassive does all of the recruiting for you, so you make this $7,000 a month income from no work. It's the genius of OnPassive's AI technology. Mike, what happens in year 2?
So that last month of the first year, you will make $7,000. Again, these figures are extremely conservative. And then, of course, moving forward, the next 12 months, because this is a residual income, if it just stayed stagnant, would be $84,000 for the next year. OnPassive is not stagnant. Your numbers will continue to increase. So I believe bringing in 256 people onto your team, which is super, super simple, will turn into a 6-figure income in that second year.
Tell me if you've heard this before. You recruit 3 people into the system. Those 3 people recruit 3 people. What kind of person is ideal for this business, Mike?
But it shows you the impact that OnPassive is going to have on lives and their financial future. I believe the scenario is very, very conservative. One-time payment, $150 out of pocket. After that, the preceding months will be paid from the profits of OnPassive. There are no qualifications. You don't have to sell, you don't have to share, you don't have to recruit. This is for an individual that does nothing.
Ah, yes, the business plan that works for someone who doesn't want to do anything. All they need to do is send in their sign-up fee, and then the profits of OnPassive will pay everyone their 6 figures of income. Months later, this presentation was released, sharing what happens after you pay the sign-up fee.
So I signed up, I paid the $97, I signed the NDA. What's the next step do I require to do?
Once you pay for your founding member position, you have an option. You can either be passive or active. So what I mean by that is passive is you do nothing until we launch. Active is you share this opportunity with as many people as you can. You just got to ask yourself, how many people do I want to help? And this is going to help their financial future. Until we launch.
The people who signed up for this Ponzi scheme either chose to be active or passive. Passive means you send in your sign-up fee and sit around and wait while the business stays in pre-launch forever. Or you become active, where all you do is share the opportunity with all of your loved ones. There's no better way to show your loved ones you care about them like making them join a Ponzi scheme. You might have missed what Julie said, but she did indicate that you sign an NDA when you sign up. Why do you think that is? We've been building up the momentum for this unique company. It's time to unveil what these people want you to invest in.
1. What is OnPassive? OnPassive is an information technology company which provides a complete internet solution powered by artificial intelligence technology. 2. Where is OnPassive office located? OnPassive's corporate office in Orlando, Florida, USA, and 2 offices in Hyderabad, India, where all the products are being developed.
They apparently have their main office in Orlando, Florida. On their Contact Us page, they show the address to their main office in Orlando, Florida as being located in suites 500 to 529. I pulled up the sales brochure for the office building OnPassive is allegedly located within. What's funny is that the building only has 4 floors and the highest number suite is 460. My guess is Ash created an imaginary 5th floor on the roof where he sunbathes while counting his money from all of the recruits.
9. What are OnPassive products? OnPassive will launch with over 50 to 60 digital products providing internet solutions, such as domain names, website builders, liquid hosting, VPNs, video marketing, email marketing, webinar platforms, perm solutions, URL shorteners, traffic, chat, SEO, social media, and much more, all under the same umbrella.
It is time to unveil the revolutionary product line of OnPassive. Move over Google, Slack, and Facebook. We have a new unicorn company ready to take over 50 different verticals.
Okay, so here is a quick look at only 20 of our products and services. We're actually going to have around about 50 by the time we launch, but we're going to have a look at a couple here.
What OnPassive is trying to do is develop a product in 50 different verticals that will compete with the top companies in those spaces.
Around 4.5 billion people online today, right now, are using one of our products and services that OnPassive okay, are developing for us.
As part of the promotional pitch, these Ponzi schemers are telling you that they will gain market share in 50 different product lines because OnPassive is going to have a competing product all under one umbrella. Need to replace Slack? They will have OChat. Need to replace Squarespace? They will have OCreate. Need to replace Gmail? They will have OMail.
This can be combined with another one of our products called OConnect. This is our multimedia platform, a bit like Zoom that we're using now, but completely different. It is being revamped. Every single one of our products and services are proprietary. They've been built from the bottom up for OnPassive alone, nobody else. And integrated into that, we have artificial intelligence, so they all learn how they go.
Oh yeah, they will have a product competing with Zoom as well.
So let's have a look at some of the names out there at the moment that have products and services that the 4.5 billion people are using. And there's some big names there, guys. Google, Zoom, GoDaddy, ClickFunnels, Shopify. We at OnPassive will be taking market share from these people.
All of these companies have thousands of employees for their one product, but OnPassive is going to have the ability to compete with all of them. This is like a new NBA owner telling the GM to just get all of the superstars. There's no salary cap and no trade restrictions. Just get all of the best players and we'll win.
Now you're probably thinking, well, why would I change from these? I like using these. Well, for a start, as a founder, we will be physically paying you to use our products and services.
The founders have been brainwashed into believing that this is a legitimate company. You sign up to be a founder and then you get paid to use the products. How do you get paid to use the products? The AI will recruit new people to use the products under you and you get a commission apparently. I actually had a little fun with one of the products called Obless. It's for donating to important causes. The main page for Obless says that there are 600,000 members, but I didn't find any activity in the portal, so I decided to add my own charity. I have a feeling Ash Mufareh is very stressed from all the work he's been putting into his sunbathing on the 5th floor of the Orlando offices, but I wanted to do something nice for him. I started a campaign to get Ash a threesome. The campaign is looking for $10,000 donations, but at the $20,000 mark, you can join in as the 4th member of the party. If the application actually worked, then I could show you more screenshots, but like all of the other products under the OnPassive umbrella, this one seems to still be in development. A few 400 errors when looking for other causes to donate to tells me this application was created by developers in training.
I believe when we start adding all the other products of OnPassive, we're well over $1 trillion in revenue when we look at the overall internet. How much of that revenue is OnPassive going to take from the overall ecosystem, online ecosystem? 10%, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60%? I don't know. I think it's going to be a massive amount that we're going to be taking away from individuals in those niches.
The reason why OnPassive is a massive Ponzi scheme is because there are no products being created. All of these founders are delusional enough to believe OnPassive is going to create 50 products that will take market share from Gmail, Zoom, and Facebook. I used to work in software development for a public company in one specific industry. We had multiple teams in multiple cities specifically for working on the product. My estimation would be $5 million per year at the very least in development cost. What Ash is trying to create would be a $500 million per month expense just in software development cost alone.
The massive amount of money that's going to be coming in from the customers leaving other companies coming into OnPassive because the technology is proprietary, cutting edge, best of the best, brand new technology, superior to anything online at a lower price point.
Mike seems to think this mysterious CEO, Ash Mufareh, who has never built a software company before, can build 50 products that can compete against 50 of the biggest companies in the world. Better products at a lower price point? What's funny about this scammer, Mike Ellis, is that he still hasn't figured out what he's promoting. Just like some guys take decades to give their women an O-face. Haha, get it? O-face? Like all of the products for OnPassive? It's going to take Mike decades to figure out that this is a Ponzi scheme.
OnPassive, working while you sleep. Have you ever heard the saying that the only way you become really wealthy is when your money starts to work for you 24/7? Hi, I'm Mike Ellis.
April 1, 2019 is Mike's first video about OnPassive after moving on from promoting other scams. Following that video, Mike has released 193 videos promoting OnPassive, and yet there still is no product or customers. The customers are the clowns being told they're founders and who are asked to recruit more people into the system.
Ash even gave us some mile markers to the hard launch, if you were listening. So as we listen to Ash, Ash is Ash. He is our genius. I do not want Ash to change. I do not want him to come out and say, listen, guys, we're going into the soft launch the 25th of August, 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's not Ash. That's not what he's going to do. You are not going to hear that from Ash, nor should you, okay?
It's crazy how blind people get when they join a cult or a pyramid scheme. This guy Mike is going to be putting out YouTube videos for another 5 years before Ash, the genius CEO, releases a product. I think it's time for us to meet the innovative CEO. The leaders page for OnPassive shows Ash as the only leader. Here's the best sentence. Ash holds a master's degree in information technology and e-commerce from American Intercontinental with over 2 decades of experience in hardcore marketing. My guess is he typed that sentence after visiting a more adult website open in the other tab. Hardcore marketing is definitely age restricted and should not be discussed in the work office. A few years ago, Ash created a scam called Ash Max where he promoted that you could earn $22,000 per month passive income if you invested in the scheme. Ash probably realized that he can make more money by creating a bigger scam with bigger claims. Why not just create a company that can create competing products with Google, Facebook, Slack, and Zoom, and 20 other product lines?
Ash has been working tirelessly since that day. He has been working almost to the point of 24/7 to realize this dream for us.
If you dig into this scheme, you'll find the same faces promoting this opportunity every day. They're so deep into the scam, they can't see that there's still no product and no employees. All they have is a simple website after 3 years. Even a small group of junior developers can create a Slack MVP in a couple of days. Ash, what are you doing with the money?
Every person, if we really mean and intend to give them a realistic, ethical, and honest success, they cannot go far.
This is Ash speaking nonsense about his grand visions of his mythical company. At this point, I don't know what's more of a fantasy, his lofty dreams of OnPassive being a $1 trillion company, or the unicorn behind him being a real animal. I could make this video 90 minutes showing you the clown behavior from all of the founders. They all post webinars like twice a week talking about all of the progress Ash is saying OnPassive is making. Here we are, 3 years after Ash started the company, and he still doesn't have a single MVP of any product. He clearly has no idea what he's doing and will keep this scam going as long as he can. Ash and others are claiming 800,000 founding members, which is comical. OnPassive probably has about 5,000 founders. At $100 each, that's a solid $500,000 income for Ash in the last 3 years. As long as the founders maintain hope that their unicorn startup will come to fruition, the Ponzi scheme will stay alive. Until then, put some popcorn in the microwave and get ready for the inevitable collapse. Thanks for watching.
Right now, every one of you that are founders have joined a multi-billion-dollar company for $97. That's what we're forgetting here, folks. There's people that would pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get into something like this.